If you have ADHD, you've probably been told 1,000 times to just get a calendar or stop procrastinating. But here's the truth. The problem isn't your willpower, it's your perception. In the clinical world, we call this time blindness. Most people see time like a linear road, but for an ADHD brain, time usually exists in only two zones, now and not now. This makes managing a schedule feel impossible because not now feels like it's a million miles away until it suddenly becomes now and you're in panic. Hi, I'm Dr. Shauna. I'm a double board certified psychiatrist, and today we are breaking down a 5-step strategy to help you negotiate with your brain so you can actually get things done without the meltdown. We're going to cover everything from urgency to realistic expectations, with the last one being the most important, so make sure to stick around. The first thing we have to look at is the urgency filter. ADHD brains are powered by interest and urgency. If a task isn't on fire, your brain literally doesn't produce the dopamine required to start it. This is why you can clean your entire house in 20 minutes before a guest arrives, but you can't fold one basket of laundry on a Tuesday. To manage this, you have to stop asking, when is this due? And start asking, when does the danger zone start? You need to create artificial mini deadlines that actually feel real. Ways to hack urgency include body doubling with a friend, setting a loud physical timer, gamifying the task by seeing if you can finish before the coffee brews, or creating external consequences. Next is the importance filter. Here is the trap for an ADHD brain. Everything feels equally important. Answering a random email feels just as urgent as finishing a major project. This leads to productive procrastination, where you do 10 small, unimportant things to avoid the one big thing that actually matters. You have to manually rank your tasks. I tell my patients to pick the one big thing. If you only did one thing today to make tomorrow easier, what would it be? To find the importance, ask yourself, what happens if I don't do this? Is this a big rock or just sand? Does this help my future self, or is this just a distraction? Number 3, the time estimation reality check. This is where time blindness hits the hardest. We either think a task will take 5 minutes when it actually takes an hour, or we think it will take all day, so we never start. You need to start timing your life like a scientist. If you think washing the dishes takes 30 minutes, actually time it. You'll probably find it only takes 8. Once you have the real data, the task becomes less scary. Common time traps to watch for are the transition cost of getting started, underestimating travel time, forgetting setup or cleanup, and the one more thing syndrome. Number 4, the step-by-step breakdown. To a neurotypical brain, clean the kitchen is one task. To an ADHD brain, clean the kitchen is a terrifying mountain of 50 different microtasks. This causes your brain to freeze because it doesn't know where the first step is. You have to break the mountain into molehills. Don't write clean the kitchen on your list. Write put breakfast dishes in the dishwasher. That's it. One step. To break down a task, identify the entry point, the physical tools you'll need, the midway point, and finally your definition of done. Finally, we have realistic expectations and paralysis. This is the most important part. Some days your brain is just going to be offline. If you force yourself into a 12-hour productivity marathon when you've already burnt out, you will trigger task paralysis. Task paralysis isn't laziness, it's emotional shutdown. You feel like you should be doing something, so you can't enjoy resting, but you're too overwhelmed to work, so you just sit in the gray zone of misery. To break paralysis, try the 5-minute rule, where you just commit to 5 minutes. Try changing your environment, lowering the bar to good enough, or simply forgiving yourself and trying again tomorrow. Here's the big takeaway. You cannot manage your time until you manage your emotions. Stop punishing yourself for having a brain that works differently. Use these 5 filters: urgency, importance, length, steps, and expectations to build a system that actually fits your life. If this helped you, hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to know more about how your brain handles stress, check out our video on anxiety mass ADHD. I'm Dr. Shauna, and I'll see you in the next one.